Most Rogue Lineage players are absolutely going to hate Deepwoken. Before this video starts, I have a question for you. If you had Deepwoken Early Access, what would you do? Also, only about 10% of the people who watch my videos are subscribed, so press that red button, because it supports me a lot more than you guys know. Anyways, why will Rogue Lineage players hate Deepwoken? Well, there are tons of reasons for this hate from what I've seen, but first of all, the combat is entirely different from Rogue Lineage, and a lot more skill-based. Magic and macros aren't going to be the meta, and they never will be. This already means that most of Gaia won't be able to fall back on the crutch tactics they have used in Rogue Lineage, and also, the combat system is heavily based on the base combat of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. It is a much slower parry-based combat system instead of being combo-based, and instead of being based on high damage burst. The game does have combos of the sort, but one combos won't be a thing, and fights will be much more fair. This means that even a freshie could potentially beat someone with a max build if they're good enough. And not to flex, but I was the number 68 Sekiro player in the world in the all bosses glitchless category for about 3 weeks. That may not sound like something that is super worth bragging about, but I assure you that it is, and I assure you, my parry timing is better than most of the people that are going to be playing this game. My parry timing is 120 millisecond average, by the way. Not only this, but Rogue Lineage players just aren't very good at anything. Like, let's be real. Macro users, infinite combo abusers, and mage players have no sense of timing and aren't capable of parrying accurately. Not only that, but it's going to be really reliant on ping, so if you have bad internet, Deepwoken's bad for you, alright? Deepwoken is really bad if your internet is bad, because it's going to make it way harder to parry things without accurate timing. There are many players, and specifically the Discord server Rogue League, who really hope Deepwoken fails, and this is because they think the game looks bad, which I've heard from multiple people, and I really don't understand. They never specify what they mean by looks bad, they just say it looks bad, as they have 0 seconds of development experience. Now, I can definitely say the game itself doesn't look bad. The GUI looks amazing, the scripting is well done, and the models look great. So it certainly doesn't look bad. So, I decided to ask Rogue League players why they say the game looks bad. And here were the answers I got. Deepwoken won't have as many players as Prime Rogue, and it's going to be hard to find out how to progress. Now, this comes from a person who I can pretty much guarantee didn't start playing Rogue Lineage in 2019, because it was literally the exact same with the media. Nobody knew how to progress. Everyone was a freshie, maybe a superclass if you got luckier, or superclasses got leaked amongst large groups of people, so everyone would go that class and you just see a bunch of Akumas or great swords going around. But yeah, Deepwoken is sus. I want you to stop DMing me. The game will be boring after just a few hours. You're acting like this is a complaint saying that the game is going to be repetitive. I don't think this person realized the irony in saying that when they still play Rogue Lineage, where the only thing you do is, progress and then kill people. Multi-arty build on Rogue. You either spent $300 and you're upset, or you actually farm for it. I know this person, he did farm for his multi-arty build, but also he plays mage, so I don't respect you. Community is going to be toxic since it's the Rogue community for the most part, and testers will probably abuse their already existing knowledge. This makes zero difference. Better players are still going to win fights against worse players, even if they're a max build. So existing knowledge doesn't really mean much. Not only that, but Rogue Lineage players just did the same thing during Wave 0 and Wave 1. Doesn't really make a difference. The hype has died down since the game was announced 2 years ago. I actually do understand this one. I'm still hyped for the game. I've just gotten less hyped for the game since it's been announced. Yeah, you can pause this if you want to read it out loud, because I am not reading it. I feel like Deepwoken is pointless. Why make a new game with the same gameplay? This is the most problematic of the responses, because I also got someone else saying they also ignore Archmage and call Deepwoken Rogue Lineage 2.0. This is exactly what this reply is saying, and it's just saying that Deepwoken is going to be identical to Rogue Lineage, which won't happen. And the overall result I'm getting is people are losing their stack, possibly $200 BM builds, and lots of people think it's going to be just like Rogue. This is literally an impossibility. Rogue Lineage is PvP based, while progression in this game can be done without even meeting a single player. I'm also hearing that the game will get really repetitive, or the combat is really slow, which I also don't think is true. while the combat is slow, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. What does make a difference is the game being repetitive, which Rogue Lineage is still going to be infinitely more repetitive than this, and there are still people that play this game daily. And also, you can make, potentially hundreds of different builds. You can mix and match weapons and offhand weapons and magic types to change your build, and you don't even need a wipe to do it like you do in Rogue Lineage, because you're going to be able to reset your stats and skill trees, probably for some sort of cost, but you'll still be able to do it without wiping. And it just doesn't really make sense to me how you're going to say that this game is repetitive when, you still play Rogue Lineage every day, doing the exact same thing for 3 hours straight. But whatever. So, I'm better than you. I'm better than Archmage, and I guarantee you, I can beat Archmage in his own game if he doesn't have 1,000 HP and Mori. But let's be real, Archmage is going to give himself 1,000 HP and Mori. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. See you next week.